right, our timing's a little off, a little different today. Had a break. Only had a half day of work at my other business, so my heart really wants to do some painting, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue working on ink, my first commission piece, and it's really come together in my head, so we'll see what's gonna happen. I was gonna say something profound about projections. I would say 90% of my human problems are based out of projections, which for me a projection is I have a conscious thought or a behavior that I blame someone else for. Like I get angry at them for doing it when I'm the one that's doing it to myself or even to them, right? And so I can sit there and look at their behavior because maybe they are being judgmental, for example. There's nothing I can do about that other than speak, hey, I'm feeling judged at the moment. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's where I'm at. The hard part though, it's like, okay, I feel judged by their behavior, right? Like there's something in them I'm seeing I feel is judgmental towards me. So the hard part is to take the time, sit in the quiet. I tend to pray about it, ask for insight, stuff like that, and find where I'm judging myself in the way that they're judging me, in the way that I perceive they're judging me, right? So, like if there are negative aspects of my character that I don't like, and then someone externally judges that, like for example, I have 12 rooms in my apartment. 8 of them are like immaculate. I know where everything's at. Everything's nice and neat. There's 4 that are they're garbage. Like I just throw stuff in there. I don't want to take care of it, And so those rooms are pretty messy. If someone judges me for that and says I'm messy because of those 4 rooms, which is what is that, 70, that's 25% I'm guilty of. 4 rooms, and I still have negative feelings about that in myself, like I'm still judging myself for being messy, then that's going to amplify that feeling of what they say, right? But if I address it, like I don't care, like I have 4 rooms messy, like 75% of them are good, like I'm just really busy, I'm building 2 businesses, like that's a lot of work, like that's just not a priority for me right now. If I'm cool with that, what they say is not going to have as much impact. The other thing, another one that's really common for me, even though I put on a persona that I don't care, is I do care what people think. And it's like really deep down in my heart, right? It's almost like this little kid that's really scared and tender and vulnerable all the time, especially if they're growing close to me and they judge me. I do worry about what they think. And so I can look at that too and say, okay, this is causing another emotional reaction. I care what they think, feeling like I'm being judged. But here's the other big one. I'm afraid I'm going to be abandoned, right? Like if someone cultivates enough judgment towards me in their minds because they have their own shadow to deal with, they do leave, right? Like that's just part of being human. And unfortunately, we're not taught how to explore our projections. Like that's something I had to pick up just along the way, really. Like AA, 12-step communities are kind of good at that. Like their steps start breaking that stuff up a little bit. But, I really had to search deeper, and I don't know, it's just difficult. I don't know where I got the skill, but I just started seeing it in myself, and it's really useful. Unfortunately, you can't do anything about what the other people do, You can only speak your mind and just have to let go. So I think with that, the other thing too is, I know I'm a judgmental person. I'm probably the most judgmental person I know. Like I told that to my landlord the other day, and it's just the way it is. That for me, my initial response a lot of times is judgment, and then when I'm sitting in the quiet, I'll bring it back and like start really working through that judgment. Like I just talked about. Because when I judge other people, it's the same thing. I'm projecting. So if I'm judging someone for being lazy, it's like, where am I still judging myself for being lazy? And then the other part is, even though I might observe that in a person, why can't I still love them anyway? Because for me, when I judge someone, I gather enough judgments about that person, and then they're gone, right? Like you're cut off. It's not realistic to have that kind of behavior and then expect, any kind of long-term healthy relationship with anyone, friends, family, or anything, So those are things I try to look at. And, when I made a list a while ago, since I've been in where I'm at, about things I want in a partner, and that was one of the big ones that was kind of like non-negotiable, because I do have a lot of behaviors and attitudes that they don't line up with society, like they just don't. And like I don't care about the government, I don't have a problem breaking laws if it's like a harmless law. Like as long as I'm not hurting somebody, I don't care. So I shouldn't be saying that on YouTube, but that's how I am. I think our government is extremely corrupt, and I've looked at the budget and I've seen what we spent our money on, and I'm not spending my money on that. So, I'm going to do what I can not to pay a lot of taxes. So I just don't feel comfortable murdering people on a daily basis, because that's what the government does. So anyway, there's that. And then that was one of the few things that was kind of non-negotiable. It's like I need someone that can walk that shadow realm of themselves and like come out the other side, Like I'm not afraid of surface level behaviors like the judgments and stuff, as long as they're approached with a place of like healing and removal from the other person. Then I'm pretty cool about it. But like there's a lot of people out there that tell you to just make a list of all the things you want in a mate. And I get it. I get what they're trying to say, and it's all warm and fuzzy and all that. What kind of baggage are you willing to put up with, though? Because everyone's got baggage. So, where's your list of negative characteristics you're willing to put up with in a mate? Are you willing to put up with the fact that they're going to be late, that they're going to be messy sometimes, that, they might be irritable sometimes? Like what? Passive aggressive, that's pretty Western culture right there. America's full of passive aggressiveness, and like what's that list look like? Because if you don't have that list, then you're just looking for fantasy, But unfortunately, people want to sell books, and so they write fancy or warm and fuzzy content to sell their books, and then people get brainwashed into these really stupid fucking ideas that they're just not based in reality. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. We're gonna take this piece a step further. We're gonna put like a plywood background under it to strengthen it, and then I have some ideas in my head. I think I'm gonna frame it with some smoked stainless steel, which is really sick looking, and then I'm gonna pour the paint into that groove that's gonna create, and then I'm gonna have some LED lights around the frame, and then custom covers that fit over that. And you'll be able to, I'm going to make it so you can lag the piece right into the wall, like a big bolt, right? Because it's probably going to be, 80, 90 pounds when I'm done. So you got to have some strength. So you can just, bolt it right into the stud, or use a really good drywall anchor. But that's that.
This is a Mises box. Let me try something.
That's what it looks like so far.
We like it down here because we can fully man it.
I think it's looking pretty good. I really like how the shapes are coming out. You got some good figures in there if you look at it right. I think it's going to be pretty good.
What?
I think that paint's still wet. It's been 3 days and the paint's still wet. That's what I like about working with oil. get this out of the way.
This just in. Morty Smith's whereabouts are still unknown. The only thing that is known is cuticas.
I want so much. Want to make love to her dead.
I love it more than you do, Harold.
You wish, you stupid bitch!
Oh my god.
Stupid bitch! This is a Mises box. Let me try something. You wish, you stupid.
Yeah, we like it down here because we can fully man it.
What? What?
You wish, you stupid.
What?
That is one of the delusional things, though, I have too. Like on my list of what I want in a mate, I want honesty, but I gotta give them a break and realize humans live in states, varying states of delusion all the time, which is a form of lying, right? So I can't just say perfect honesty because that doesn't exist that I know of. Like maybe there's some mystic somewhere that have it, but I've never seen it in a person. So we gotta be soft and gentle with others as well. Otherwise, if they do something that's dishonest and I hold a judgment, even if it's just in my mind, that's going to affect our relationship, our connection. Like, and sooner than rather than later, like it just starts, it just stops and it goes. There's distance. So there has to be continual growth on a daily basis with our own character and the other person. Otherwise, it's not going to work.
I'm in the trunk. My wrists and ankles tied, a tape over my mouth. It almost covers my nose, but I can breathe barely. I must have been here for hours. Everything is stiff. My head throbs like someone's drumming on china. The car stops. He turns off the motor, but there are no traffic sounds. No people sounds. No wind. What place has no wind? I turn my head towards the sounds like people watch radios when something terrible happens. My palms are sweating. Where am I? The trunk squeaks as he lifts it up and the sun blinds me. He almost looks like a faceless Jesus surrounded by light. Pulls me out of the trunk and bangs my head against the door. I try to cry out, but it comes like a hum. He drags me half standing along a dirt road into a house. I can't see any other houses and it looks like a farm. The screen door bangs behind me and I feel a deep, deep pressure inside. All the rules have changed here. I'm dragged down a hall like a bag and I look for a phone, other doors. Nothing but bare floors and brown boxes and small rooms. He pulls me into the bathroom and I almost crack my head as he pushes me onto the floor. He tilts his head to the side and gazes at me as if I was a pet, then walks out. I'm lying there for a long time trying to get the tape off of me. My eyes are tearing. I don't make a sound. I can't get up and I keep rolling from side to side, trying not to make noise. If I can get him to talk to me, if I can get this thing on my face, I can talk to him. I'll tell him my name. Have you killed other women in here? I'm thinking you've got hundreds of them nailed down, hung on walls, hanging from ceiling fans, swinging dead in summer wind. So sorry I'm late, everyone. Would you have waited for me anyway? Would you have picked another woman? Would I read about her in the paper and said, oh my God, I was there that night? Called all my friends in a panic, telling them how much I love them as if I'd never had the chance again. I wonder what everyone is doing now. Putting up signs, showing my picture on the evening news, calling old friends. Maybe I'm not even considered missing yet. My family will fall apart, my parents will go crazy, slowly. My brother will be so quiet at the funeral and insist the casket be closed. I never even told anyone what kind of funeral I wanted when I died. Maybe years from now they'll find my skeleton on the floor here and they'll have to use dental records to identify me. The family will say, at least we know now. We always hope she was alive somewhere. We just hope she's in peace. When I sleep, my dreams are crazy. I'm flying over fields. I don't think I sleep for more than 20 minutes. When I wake up, it feels like I'm under a heavy blanket. I'm still here. As I wake up, I hear a dog barking in the distance, and I think I'm in my parents' house in South Carolina. When I open my eyes, there's a shotgun pressed between them. I'll never get married. I'll never have kids. I'll never go to Europe. I'll never learn to play piano. I'll never write a book. The last thing I hear is a click.
Only the bad is gonna back and get in. Wow. The roughest, toughest sailor was ever.
Welcome to the Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
How tough am I? How tough am I? I had a bowl of nails for breakfast this morning.
Without any milk.
I told you they got to make class. Come on.
Welcome to the Salty Spittoon.
He needs some milk.
Unidentified flying objects. UFOs. Unidentified flying objects. The mystery of the world is full of mysteries. Strange structures, drawings, and sculptures whose origins are still unknown. Could they be evidence of visitors from space? Unidentified flying objects.
That's wrong. Again.
Unidentified flying objects. UFOs.
Numbnut. Knucklehead. Eyes is where one place I do tend to be a little more safe in terms of power tools, because I was cutting in a return bay in a house when I was doing HVAC. Basically means I was using a Sawzall to cut out a 2x4 wall above my head. And I got a splinter in my eyeball. And when I went to the emergency room, it had swollen up and got lodged, like it was stuck in my eyeball. Like it swelled up with the moisture of my eye and just got stuck. And so they had to drill, it was like a dentist drill kind of, like right into my eyeball to get it out. And I never ever want to do that again.
guest here at Ravencroft. We're going to learn a lot from you.
And I'll learn a lot from you. Answers you don't even know you have.
Eager. I like that. Well then, let's get started, shall we?
Let the fun times begin. Let the fun times begin. We'll torture you to death. See? Isn't this fun?
I love the smell of pine. Smells good.
Coachella. We're at the Coachella house, and I'm so excited. Here at the Fuse Vivo house at Coachella.
No Coachella for me. No Coachella for me. I'm stuck in the trap. No Coachella for me. I got work coming in. No Coachella for me. I can't leave the hood cause my phone clicking. No Coachella for me. No Coachella for me. No Coachella for me. My mama, she told me her rent is due. No Coachella for me. No Coachella for me. No Coachella for me. Selling the key. No Coachella for me. No Coachella for me. Watch your head in these streets. I'm stuck in New York, trying to break down the key. We can bottle or bag it. All these models, I smash them. Fill my pocket with magnums. 100 choppers just to blast them. Couldn't go to Coachella. Came up on some coke, it's whatever. Dreams of me killing that stage. If I was dope, I'd be 9 or better. 50 grams in a jeans, boy. Give a fuck what your man thought. That shaving and bagging my hands sore. Over that work, knock your man off. I'm just whipping and whipping and whipping and whipping and whipping and whipping. In the kitchen, the studio, back to the kitchen, they look at me different. If that money is missing, your honey be missing. My stomach just itching. Cause I'm hungry, you bitching. We running your house with no luggage, I'm tripping. No Coachella for me. No Coachella for me. I'm stuck in the trap. No Coachella for me. I got work coming in. No Coachella for me.
We'll pause it.
I can't leave the hood cause my phone clicking.